When is the right time to get out of the alligator cage? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our expression, our idiom today is there's no time to lose when it comes to supersizing and growing your business. And this idiom, I realized I didn't really discover an origin of it. When did it come from? Where did it come from? A lot of these idioms with respect to time, I'm just now noticing, don't have a distinct beginning and end when they became popular. They've been around for a long time. This one's been around at least my whole life, which it means 60 plus years. So that to me is a long time. Anything over, 20, 40, 50, 60 years is a long time. And it's been over 100 years. To me, it's pretty well ingrained in our culture, in our society, in our language. So there's no time to lose. We know what it means. It means start now, get going, hurry up, jump to it, get a move on. I'm trying to think of all the things I've said and that have been said to me. There's no time to waste. Hurry up. We got to get going. Come on. What are you waiting for? Things like that mean get started now. It can mean get started now or hurry up. Pick up the pace. There's no time to lose. There's no time to waste. We can't squander time. And I agree 100%. Time is one of those things that it's hard to understand. It's like everything else. It's relative to us. If we're doing something we love, time seems to go by really quickly or really slowly seems to stand still, which doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So when we're doing something we love, it can go really, really fast or really, really slow. Or I guess it can feel that way. But we have to manage and allocate our time based on our priorities, our choices, our wants, and our desires. And I think the biggest lesson in this particular idiom or expression, for me personally, and probably for most people, is that we have to be the example. They always say to be successful in business, you have to do the right thing at the right time, with and for the right people, at the right pace, at the right price, etc., and you'll be successful. Well, is that true? Yes and no. There's a whole lot of ifs and question marks in that statement, in that belief that we have to do the right thing all of the time. Number one, nobody's ever going to do the right thing. Well, we can do the right thing all the time, but it might not be the right thing at the time that we're doing, if that makes sense at all. So the most important thing for me with respect to this expression is to set the example. Be the example of what you expect. We have to build into our organizations how we want people to behave, how we want them to respond. So if we want them to not waste time, to be efficient and effective, then we ourselves have to set the example by being efficient and effective. Just like with raising kids, do as I do, not as I say. Because people, human beings, will always do the example that you set. They won't necessarily follow the things that you say to do. I've seen that time and time again in my work life, in my home life, in examples of other people's lives and situations. We all have. So again, be the example by getting started, starting now, leading the group that you're building. Your business will never grow any faster than you do. So make sure that you're continually improving and developing and finding out and discovering what is the right thing at the right time. When do you need to do the things that you need to do to create the business that you want to create? I like to use the journalistic framework, who, what, where, when, why, and how, and ask myself questions about different things that I'm investigating. I did it a long time ago. In high school, I was in journalism, and in college, I was in journalism, and thought about studying and being a journalist. And now I thank goodness I'm not a journalist these days, because I have very little respect for them. I hate to say that, but true journalists I have incredible respect for. Let's just say the news media is questionable at best right now. So we need to set the example. We need to ask ourselves the questions and make sure that when we're spending our time and allocating our time, it's based on our priorities. It's based on how things make us feel. Is it moving us in the direction we want to go for our business and our life, or is it moving us, are we staying still, or is it moving us away from what we want to do? Guess what? Some of the things that we try will actually not work. I know. Newsflash, scary, sad, but very, very true and to be expected. But we use those things that don't work as stepping stones and learning experiences to move us to the next thing that does work. So love to know your experience with this particular idiom and expression. There's no time to lose. I'm not sure I use the phrasing, there's no time to lose, as often as I encourage people with other words like hurry up, what's the hold up, jump to it. Let's get started. You know, what's holding up the line? That was a big one for me in manufacturing. What's holding up the line? If the line in manufacturing, everything is dependent on one another in terms of the steps. So if one part of the line actually goes down, usually the whole line does, or at least the whole line after it, and then it starts to pile up in one spot, and you get a bottleneck. And so I've used a lot of terms like that. I would love to know your favorite way of describing, hurry up, get moving, let's get started, there's no time to lose. Share in the comments below. Any questions, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another time-related idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? Hopefully, where does it come from? And how might you use it in your business and your life today? Today's, I say, just use it as a reminder to be the example and set the example of how you want people to perform and behave. If you want them to start right away, be self-starters, and learn quickly and be continuous improving individuals and continually contributing to the organization, then you have to set the example and lead by example by doing that first. All right, have a great day. I'll be with you tomorrow.